Hey folks, Glenn May here with BassResource.com, here with Hank Parker with another edition of Hank Parker's Fishing Tips. This question this week comes from CJ from Western Kentucky, and his questions are about jerkbaits. He has several. He wants to know what's your preferred line for jerkbaits, what helps determine where you start with your presentation, and what he feels is the most important factor in determining what color to start with.
Well, I think let's do this in reverse order. Let's talk about what color to start with. I think transparency is a big deal in the jerkbait. You know, my old philosophy when I really got started fishing jerkbaits, I really liked to fish a spinnerbait in the spring of the year, but if the water got too clear, I found I could be more productive with a jerkbait. So I was really substituting the spinnerbait for a jerkbait because of clear water. So I want transparency. I want a bait that is not so dominant. I want to be able to blend in and be subtle. So I always do that. That has paid off for me when I started. It still pays off today. When I go out there and I've got a real green tint to the water, then I pick a green, very transparent blend-in jerkbait. I've always been successful everywhere I go with that philosophy. So that's what I do with colors. I try to be subtle and I try to match my water as closely as I possibly can. Now, if I have a partner, sometimes he can make me change, but that is about the only time that I break that rule. I'm always trying to be subtle. Number two, the question was what type of lines. I like fluorocarbon line for the most part, but if I'm fishing a floating jerkbait, I want my line to float, so I'll be using a monofilament line, and I think that's really, really important. But I always choose a jerkbait to fish around the structure that I'm fishing around, and I'm deviating a little bit from your question here, but in picking that jerkbait, which jerkbait I'm going to use, which color, how deep it's going to run, all of that kind of is based on the structure that I'm fishing. So, and I'll give a real quick crude illustration. A couple months ago I was fishing on Lake Murray, and those fish were up really, really good. The water temperature was warm very, very quick, and the water was a little bit off color, and the fish were pretty aggressive, and I was fishing a floating jerkbait and catching them good. Well, the day I go back, I take a buddy of mine, and I caught him so good I wanted to show off. So I took him back, and there were like 40 guys in an old folks tournament. I mean, people 55 and older out there. So I asked him how old you had to be in the old folks tournament. 55. So anyway, to make a long story short, I had to go to a different section of the lake to get away from those guys in the tournament to be courteous to them. And I found a lot clearer water. So I wanted to go deeper in the clear water. So I chose a bait that would dive deeper. So sometimes not only color makes a difference, but the depth in the way that bait dives and how that bait performs. If I'm fishing in really, really, really clear water, then I want a jerkbait that's got an extremely tight wiggle, where when I jerk it, it's very, very subtle. If I'm fishing in off-colored water, then I want a jerkbait that's got a wider wiggle, that's more sporadic. So it all depends on your conditions as how you choose your bait. For me, I always try to match my water.
CJ, that's a ton of info for you. I really do hope that answers your question. I'm sure it does. But hey, if you want to get more tips and tricks, just visit Hank Parker Outdoors or HankParker.com.
There we go.
And go check out his website. All the information on there. There's tons of it out there. You can spend hours on it. Trust me, I have. And if you want to get notified of the next video we post, just subscribe to our channel and you'll get it a direct notification. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.